Grace and blessings to all of God's children. I want to speak to you today about chapters 2 and 3 of the book of Revelations. And I'm going to try to speak through there, and I'm going to ask you later on to go read it. But chapter 1 of Revelation, John is, this is the same, John wrote the Gospels and the epistles, but he's John the Revelator here. He's in the prison of Patmos. He's in a cell. He's celebrating the Sabbath. The Hebrew tradition says that the Sabbath from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday, in order to celebrate the Sabbath, you're mindful of your evenings, fasting or whatever it is you do. It's a day of power. So he was celebrating the Sabbath in his prison cell, now on the Patmos, out there somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea, I don't know. And he has this vision. All of a sudden, he's got this creature of light, this Malach, angel, whatever you want to call it, in his cell. And the presence was so overwhelming, John passed out. Angel, the Malach, had to wake him up and said, no, this ain't no, this ain't what you think it is. Just wake up. I got something for you to do. I come from the high command. So he gave him a vision of this candlestick, this golden candlestick, and the candles there. So as the conversation developed, he said, what's the meaning of all this? He said, well, the 7 candlesticks represent the 7 churches of Israel right here. And he goes on to speak, through chapters 2 and 3, about, what these represent, the characters he saw in each church and what they had to, first they had to repent for, he pointed out, hey, you make these corrections, but in each one of those churches, he uses the word to he who overcometh. In other words, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle on spiritual levels. Some of y'all it's going to be physical. He covers the whole arrangement. And, it gives one, I'm just saying, expand your vision and your means and tools of looking at it. The 7 chakras that they speak about in the yoga. See, a lot of people, they got an aversion to that. But see, the chakras are only the wheels. Terrence Howard was on different platforms there speaking about the flower of life. And he was talking about mathematical equations and everything. So I'm not getting into that. But it comes down to science has historically worked in a linear straight line sort of configuration where everything operates under universal law is circular. And the flower of life represents this circular energy that creates a harmonic resonance, just like words. Words carry vibrations, harmonic resonance. That's why when we're in churches and places, we go to music, the harmonic resonance. Some of us sing along, some of us dancing in the aisle, some of us just acting a fool. But the 7 churches, when I read about the 7 churches in the book of Revelations, what it reveals to me is the 7, as I say, levels within our spiritual body, the 7 heavens or whatever it is. But here it's saying 7 churches. But it's saying, okay, recognize, rectify, which is repent, then go on to demonstrate. See, we got this thing because we talking about something. We think, no, that's just the journey in a million miles. Like I tell a lot of youngsters, and I'm going to tell you here, you don't really learn something until you go to teach it to somebody. That's the crown to you being able to give it to somebody and they can benefit and go on and grow with it and pass it forward, as we say. So any steps that I can identify that moves in a direction of righteousness, elevation, making people better, when we meet people, I strive to try to leave you a little bit better than I found you. Now, I'm not successful all the time, and I don't beat myself on it. I make corrections and I keep moving. I pray something comes out of this that'll bless you richly. One love. Have a great day, great week, and move in power, kings and queens.